Welcome back to Off the Wall Studios. As always, I am Big Sturge. Glad to be with you. If you're live, share it for us. It helps us out a ton. Over on the other side of the studio, as always, we got Dylan.
What's up, everyone?
Next to him, or I should say behind him, is Uncle Joey.
Hey, happy Sunday.
And we'll go over there to wherever it is, nobody knows. And we're going to visit Austin. Austin, how you doing tonight?
Hey, doing great, everybody. Football Sunday, but there's no football. What is happening in the world?
Well, there's something they called football today.
Yeah, that was a disaster.
As always, we are American Whiskey. We're excited. Today we're going to do a blind tasting. So you want to stick around for this, guys. It's going to be fun. We have no idea what we're sipping on. Austin has a little bit better idea, but not us three. So welcome, sit back, relax, grab a beer, grab a drink, grab whatever it is you're sipping on, and let's get started. Welcome back, guys. As always, I'm glad to be in here with you guys.
It's going to be a good Sunday.
And
there they are.
I'm telling you right now, I'm feeling pretty thirsty. I'm feeling okay. So real fast, I'm going to tell you what we're doing here, guys. We're going to do a tasting, just like we normally do. We're going to rate the tasting. We're going to rate the smell. But this time, we're going to guess what it is we're even sipping on. We have me, Dylan, and Austin. Me, Dylan, and Uncle Joey have no idea what we're even. My wife took 4 bottles off the shelf, or 5 bottles, something like that. And we have no idea what it is. Austin knows the lineup, but doesn't know what he's sipping. Like somehow or another, he did it over there. So, what I was thinking, guys. What are you laughing at? Okay, so
I have no idea.
So we're gonna do what we normally do. Austin, you created that for us on this podcast. You like to talk about it, what the smell and the taste is, and we're gonna rate it 0 to 10. And then at the end, we'll guess of the sip. At the end of the sip.
Say if you think you know what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I already wrote it down.
You've already tried it and wrote it down, Dylan?
Well, he went way too fast for no reason. Austin,
didn't
why
try it.
don't you go ahead and start us out with the smell?
So, we always start out with the nose. So, here we go. Everybody take a big, and get in there, dig in there deep. Take you a smell. At least for me, I get like a lot of dark fruit on this one. Lots of dark fruit, some roastiness, definitely some oak in there. But I love this nose. For the fact that I know the 5 we're trying, not necessarily the order, I'm pretty confident I know this one. But again, I've got a little insight here. For the nose, for me, this one's a 9.
I'm trying to think
Uncle
in my
Joey,
mind right now.
what are you getting in
What
there?
does he give a 9? Hardly nothing.
Well, I'm struggling with this sweet smell I'm getting. I can't put my
Me too.
It's kind of floral. I'm getting like a floral smell. I don't know what I'm picking up there.
So when your wife sent me the bottles and
Yeah.
stuff, I pulled all their mash bills, and then I had my wife write them all down, and then she deleted it. So the mash bill I can give you is 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley.
What's the proof? We don't know that.
That I don't know. We didn't write that down.
So what do you give that?
It's the one.
Uncle Joey, rating on the smell.
I'll go 6. I'll give it a nice 6.
Dylan.
I'm going to go 5. 5 on smell. It has me confused.
Yeah, are you getting floral?
Yeah,
What are you giving it, a 5?
yeah, I'm giving it a 5.
I give it a 10.
Are you getting floral?
I think I know what it is. I'm going to tell you right now what I think it is without even tasting it. I think it's Blanton's. That's what I think.
Ooh. Well, your wife picked 5 that I have all 5 of. I'm gonna burst your bubble, Anthony. I don't have Blanton's.
Well, that's what I picked. But I give it a 10 on smell. I give it a 10 on smell. Did everybody write down their smell? So let's make sure we write this down.
Yeah, I've got my smell.
Okay. So the first one, smell. I give it a 10. All right, let's go
I've
taste.
got 9, 6, 5, 10.
Let's go. Let's go with taste. Go ahead.
Austin?
I'm gonna give it a 8. Again, I'm pretty confident because I know the 5. I know what this is. So unless the next couple surprise me, give it an 8. Uncle Joey.
I think the nose and the taste kind of match for me. I'll give that a 6. I'm not. It's confusing me. It's hitting weird spots.
I think this bottle has been open for a while. That's what I think. All right, Dylan. What'd you give it? You gave it a what?
6.
A 6. Okay, go.
Taste.
I'm
smell.
different on my smell and taste here. I'm giving this a 9 on the taste. This tastes amazing. There's really no burn. There's a little bit at the very beginning, but it just
I
goes
think there's
down
a burn.
smooth.
There's burn.
Like, I think this is good.
What do you think it is? Do you have an idea or not yet?
I'm lost.
Uncle Joey, do you have a guess?
No, absolutely not.
You have to guess it, though, out of all these. So we got to take a guess at it.
All right.
I'm going to give it a
Anthony,
10. I'm going to give it a 10.
10.
It's very
10.
sweet.
Give it a 9.5. He's still got wood.
I think that right there is a interesting taste because it's sweet, it's hot, and it's super smooth.
I think it's an Evan Williams product.
Look, I was writing down Evan Williams.
I almost get a sweet tea flavor.
I'm going same.
Quality House?
That's what
Definitely. I get like nuttiness on it when I drink it,
Yeah,
like
sweet
peanuts.
nutty.
I get that heavy nut flavor.
Uncle Joey, it's funny
Yeah.
you said Evan Williams because I started writing down Evan before, and I was like, I don't know.
All right, so we're ready for number 2. Once
I went
once our
Evan W.
bartender brings it to us, we're not
Evan
ready to.
W.
All right. Well, I guess we can't do the value piece, so we've got to save for the end.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes like a Yellowstone product.
It's peppery.
Chug it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Oh, I'm a big fan.
I'm a big fan of that. I don't know what that is, but I want another glass.
I'm a big fan.
Is that? I have a feeling we're gonna be shocked.
I think so too. I can't wait to hear. Austin, what do you think it is? Are you going to do that yet or no? Because I'd like to know what you think
I'll
it is.
tell you.
Actually,
So
wait a
again,
minute. Why
I
don't
got
you?
to
No,
see
hold
the
on,
pic-
hold on. Let's.
yeah.
Hey, let's.
I'll write it down.
You write it down. You just write it down. We'll do it that way.
Was anybody correct?
No, don't do that. I don't want to know that. So
I didn't-
she's getting ready to pour the second one. The one thing that I found interesting about that sip, and I'm going to hold to it, is the sweetness on that smell really comes out on taste. You can absolutely taste the sweetness.
I got a lot of pepper.
Really?
To me, I got pepper, maybe some leather, man. Maybe not as leathery, but
It's like sucking on my.
there was.
Wait, whoa! Sucking on a belt buckle, or
I'd say there's leather in there. I'd agree with you on that, Uncle Joey.
yeah,
It's got like a very, it shows its age well if it's the one I think it is.
Oh. Okay.
So when you say leather, I think leather being something that shows, like being
And-
robust and kind of elegant.
while we're waiting in between, there's
aged
something
well,
I wanted to do tonight, just for the listeners, while we're waiting on my beautiful wife to get us another drink. What do you guys think about that balloon floating around? Anybody listen to that? That got shot down in the ocean. Why wasn't it shot down earlier? And what's going on?
Well, they didn't want to shoot it down over land.
Jefferson.
That was why they didn't shoot it
It's
down.
a
They
balloon.
waited until it got
Well,
back over the water.
So
Thank you.
I think,
It blew.
yeah, they were
And
worried
hook it.
about it doing damage on land, but we don't know what kind of technology was on that balloon.
Anthony
Okay,
thinks
so
the United States sent that up.
so I'm going to say this now. That's dishwashing soap we're smelling. This glass smells exactly the same.
It's very light in color.
No, I'm being serious. So
Yeah.
she's washing these
I
out.
didn't wash it.
Man, it smells exactly.
Got
the
him.
But it
I
smells
used-
exactly
I
the
rinsed it with
same.
water.
I don't get the same smell at all.
I rinsed it out with water.
Why'd you taste it?
Clean water.
All right, Austin, go ahead and give a smell on this.
I got an issue.
It smells really
Okay.
clean. It is. It's.
Mm.
I
smell this.
disagree.
This one's definitely lighter than the last
For
one.
sure.
It's really sweet. So here, And
Do you think she's lying?
this one again,
No, but when
Okay.
we
I had
first
the
got the
Maxwell-
glasses, they were really clean. It's dish soap or something, dude. Seriously, come smell this.
Dude, I got one of the glasses over here.
I bet not.
Oh my lord.
Mine's real strong.
63% rye, 20% malted barley, and 17% corn is the mash bill on this
It
one.
smells like my
Um,
glass.
This one, I can definitely smell the sweetness from the malted, the heavy malt. This one to me, it's like even though it's 17% corn, I still get a lot of like cereal, like cereal grain, like almost like at the bottom of the box of like Cheerios or something. You got all like the crumbs and dust in there. That's what this reminds me of, like ground up cereal.
So,
So-
what, 0 to 10 on smell?
I give this a 7. Solid. What about you, Uncle Joey? Other than dishwashing,
Well, yeah,
you
dude, I'm
wash
telling you, I'm
dishes
having
every day?
my this smells exactly the same as my last one. I'm getting the same florally, and I think it was a really clean glass. And I think it's, yeah, dude. I'm only. It's.
You want to go? You want to go sniff? You want to go sniff Anthony's? You guys can go nose to nose, tip to tip. Maybe his smells different for you.
I just smelled his. I didn't smell. I mean, if we
I
go
smelled
around-
Dylan's, and Dylan's and ours both smell the same.
All right, so I give it this a 6.5 because I guess I don't smell dishwasher soap. It smells like it's more corn than what the last one was. So I don't think it's a unpleasant smell, but I don't think it's a great smell. So, are you writing them down, Austin?
Okay. I am.
Okay, well then I'll just let you do it.
And I'll have to agree with you on that one. I'm going to give this one a 5 as well.
But I
smell.
smelled floral on the last one. I don't smell it now. I just smell maybe a sweet corn.
Yeah, mine's more of a sweet corn. I'm getting a lot of corn in this one. I'm going 5 again on the smell.
Uncle Joey, have you been able to dig in? Are you comfortable getting this one a score? What do you got over there?
And I'm trying to swirl this around and get it moving in the glass. I smell alcohol. I can definitely, I can smell the proof to this. I don't know if it's a high proof, but it might be the corn. I'm not really impressed with this smell. It's maybe a 5.
I think I know
Okay.
what this one is.
So let's taste it. Dylan, you think you know what it is? What do you got?
We'll find out at the end.
All right.
Ooh.
So I tasted it. This one
I don't even know if
I
we
can
have
taste
that
the
one.
rye on it. It tastes like a super light and young rye to me. Lots of caramel. I can taste like the graininess of it. I don't get the super sweet corn, honestly.
I don't taste it.
I get caramel sweetness. Yeah, I get.
It's almost like a
caramel
brown
sweetness
sugar.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I think this is a bottle.
So
and
I
bond.
give this one.
No, it's not. Nope.
I give this a 6. It's pleasant, but it's one of those ones I drink and it's gone immediately. So there's not a whole lot there keeping me coming back. Uncle Joey, what do you give it on taste?
I'm not a big fan of whatever that is up front. Let me try this again. My first sip, I wasn't a fan. Let me give it another round.
I'm pretty sure you do have the one I think it is.
All right, Dylan.
I'm gonna go 5.
Well, he's
Kind of follows up
Okay.
with my smell. It's not a fan. I don't dislike it, but it's just kind of middle of the road. 5.
I'm agreeing with that. I'm going 5 on the
Dylan.
taste as well. And my guess for this one is a Rittenhouse.
all right.
We don't have Rittenhouse.
I thought you did.
Nope.
Oh, I'm wrong then.
Which is that is a bottle and a bond. You said no when I said bottle and bond.
would
That
be.
is a
Rittenhouse?
bottle- Yeah, bottle and bond.
Yeah.
My guess is this is Jack
I'm
Daniel's
not a
single
fan.
barrel.
That's not Jack.
And what do you give this taste wise?
Like
Anthony?
a 6. I don't want it. I don't want it. Just make sure you rinse his glass out real good.
Yeah. Hot.
All right.
I'm getting
No
something.
one
I'm
else
getting like
tasted
a real flowery.
I don't know.
Water.
But I think it was clean to begin with.
All
That's
of
what I
our,
smell.
just to let you know, we clean all of our dishes here.
No,
so
I know that, but it smelled.
all right, so I think I was just gonna go with the Jack Daniels on that. I think it just has that flavor profile to me. So
Uncle
she's
Joey, you
gonna.
got any guess?
Mm-mm. I got nothing.
Nothing. All right.
Thinking of what he has
All right.
here.
So while
Yeah.
she's getting our third one,
And you do have a Rittenhouse where I'm looking at it, by the way.
well, then that's not it then.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it.
But it's not it, though.
But you said you didn't have one.
But it's not it. So
Man.
it's down here. So back to the this balloon that we saw. Hey, babe, can we get the other one?
He's still very trying to figure out what this is.
Let's go. So so this balloon that went over the United States, it went from like Montana out the East Coast. I think it was just something to. Dylan made a good point the other day. This is like, what are they trying to stop us from paying attention to? It's like a very odd. I mean, the White House has already made multiple claims that aren't true. One of them being that it happened when Trump was in office, which it didn't. And the other one is they're claiming that there was a Chinese spy plane or balloon over Hawaii and was no one ever heard about that. It's just interesting. It just seems like different
There's a
things are
good
coming
chance
out.
it might not even been a freaking spy balloon. It could be a weather balloon that got lost or somebody's college.
You think they would know that.
Not if some small college had something going on and it got loose. I
Well,
mean, dude,
so-
who knows? There's
so-
weirdos out there that have all kinds of shit the government don't know
And
about.
Anthony, let me explain to you why I was 100% saying that I think it was something to get us distracted. If Chinese had a spy plane over top of us or spy balloon, whatever, we don't know what kind of technology is on that. They flew over Montana. Montana is where we have a lot of our nukes. You really think they wouldn't have shot that thing down and not worried about
That's what I'm
twice
saying.
about
if it
somebody
flew
getting
in
hurt?
any kind of airspace that wasn't supposed to, they'd have shot that bitch down.
It flew over United States
I don't
airspace.
think Biden would.
What are you talking
No,
about?
I'm talking like
That
that
military.
is airspace. It's not allowed.
right.
No,
Thank
I'm
you.
talking like air bases, things like that.
See, I don't smell much in this. Well, now I do.
See?
What? I'm just saying I couldn't smell anything. Now like it doesn't seem like a very strong smell. I don't taste any. He sold there's dish soap in his.
No, not
whiskey.
anymore. They're good now. I don't smell. I smell liquor.
That's what it was before.
Nope. Two of them smelled exactly the same. There's a chance that's not going to happen.
Maybe your palate's just that shitty.
Then I've got COVID. We're all fucked.
It doesn't matter. I've been hiding all week.
So you're telling me we get time off?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
All right, Austin, get us a rating on there now.
I give it like I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do a 6 because I can smell it. Like the only thing I really smell in here is like toasty. Like it smells toasted.
Let me ask you this, Austin. Do you feel like this smells young? Like a young whiskey?
I think for sure.
I mean, it doesn't smell any younger than the last one. I don't think.
See,
What's
I
everybody
almost-
like I
sipping
said,
on
this-
tonight? You guys want to know what everybody's sipping on? Yeah.
Bush apple?
No, I'm talking about our listeners.
Oh yeah. Everyone in here, what are you guys sipping
on?
on?
We want to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
What'd
We
you
don't
give
know
that
what
on a
we're
rating, Austin?
I gave it a 6 because all I really get out of it is like toasted. Like to me, it smells
I feel
toasted.
like I want
it's
to do a
toasted.
line of it up my nose.
I agree. I definitely smell some char, maybe a little bit of brown sugar, but it's some kind of a
like the vanilla.
smoky. Yeah. I right there. I did get a little vanilla. I'll give you that one.
This one's really hard in my opinion. What? Okay.
Yeah,
What do you give it rating wise, Uncle Joey?
I actually like this. I'll go.
Try it.
I'll give this. I'll go 6. I'll go 6 on this one too.
Dylan.
I'm going a 4 on smell. I'm not getting
Alright.
a lot out of this one. It seems like a very straight and simple smell to it.
Tastes young.
Not intrigued by it.
All right.
We have someone drinking lattes and we have somebody drinking Hawaiian punch.
Hawaiian punch.
Spike
Alright.
it.
Miss Smith, are you drinking Hawaiian punch?
So I'm gonna go this with like a 6.5. Only because first off, I don't smell anything harsh. It's
very gentle.
it's a very smooth smell. So I can't give it a 5 or under because I feel like that's mediocre. And this is a bit over that. I mean, There's not a whole lot there for me not to like. So 6.5, that sounds good to me. So Austin, take us away with this taste.
I'm gonna give it a 6 again because really all I get out of this is like vanilla and like some cinnamon or baking spices. I guess would be the way I'd put it. I don't know if it's really cinnamon, but like, it reminds me of, like being in the kitchen around Christmas time. But I get like some sweet vanilla and then some baking spices.
I'm gonna give this one an 8.
Whoa.
I'm getting a rye kind of taste out of this.
Get you some. You say rye?
Wow.
I get a little bit of a rye taste out
I
of
didn't
this.
get any rye.
I'm not getting any rye. I get the
I don't know
I agree.
why.
It's kind of simple.
This is
It's not very complex.
so you
like
guys
Austin
don't.
says.
Do you don't feel like this is like maybe like an 80-ish proof? You guys feel like this is an 80-ish?
Yeah.
It might be a lower proof to me.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. It feels thin. It feels a little more thin than the last one.
Yeah, for sure. It's like you said. I don't think thin's the word I would use, but I think what you said in the get-go, young. It's very young.
I think it might be a young whiskey.
Watch it be like 18 years old.
We'll just shut the whole podcast.
Okay, Austin, give this a rating on flavor, and what do you think?
I already did. I gave it
Oh,
6.
sorry.
Like I said,
Uncle Joey, my
vanilla
bad.
and baking spice. Uncle Joey.
It's kind of just 6. I'll go 6. It kind of
You know, it's there, but
it's
it doesn't
there.
stand
Yeah,
out.
it's not bad. It's not bad by any means. It's a smooth sipper. It's just not a lot going on.
Yeah.
Stephanie, how you liking that beast? Anthony, what'd you think about the beast?
I thought it was pretty good. The monster,
Yeah,
I thought it was good. Did you give it a rating?
yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so
It's on you.
Ooh,
I'm going.
I think I know what that is.
So taste wise, I'm giving this like an 8
All right.
because there's nothing bad about it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It's nothing. There's nothing like popping out that's like this is what it is. But to me, like if somebody gave this to me while I was out and about and I had no idea what it was, I'm enjoying it at an 8.
Anthony, tell me if I'm
This
wrong
is-
here. Austin, you were there. Does this kind of give you an Indian Creek taste?
Like almost that large sweetness.
That's
You-
that's what
I
I'm
could
thinking
see
here.
that.
I'm thinking
I can
Indian
see it.
Creek.
It's
I
not
was
a
gonna
bad-
go
I
with
mean,
like a Weller. I feel like it's like a Weller green label.
Did you have an open one?
I thought so.
I'm not getting Weller out of this at all.
Austin, I mean, what do you think?
I know the 5 she sent over,
Oh,
so
shit, I keep forgetting he knows
Yeah.
that. Never mind.
keep my mouth shut. Uncle Joey, any guesses for you?
No. We should have.
Okay.
There's no going back now,
I guess-
Uncle Joey. Just
Yeah.
Nope.
pick a bottle. Just I mean, is
Yeah.
there an
I'm saying no on Weller. Hard no.
if you had to guess, if you were just like this is similar to this.
Oh man, I got nothing. It's just it's hard to put my finger on this one.
Indian Creek.
I don't know if I ever had the Indian Creek boys.
Keep it going.
Yeah, that's a good point. What do you got, Uncle Joey? What are you thinking? What's your finger?
On what it is,
Yeah.
man. Maybe some. He's got some Evan Williams. I'll go the black label Evan Williams
Right.
on this.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good one too. That's a good guess.
So I will tell you of the 5 she sent over, the lowest proof one is a 90 proofer.
In Austin,
and the
correct
young-
me if I'm wrong. Isn't one of those Indian Creeks a 90 proof?
Maybe I can't remember them all because you remember Anthony got a different one than I did, so I don't know
For
which
some
one
reason, I
he got.
remember seeing. I'm pretty sure his was a red label.
Was that 4? We just do
Oh,
4?
wait a second. If he got a different one than you, then it's not the same.
That is number 3.
Oh,
I'm wrong on Indian Creek.
So-
I got 4.
They are working on number 4 now.
Damn it, I'm wrong.
Reach up here and grab my other one real quick while we're waiting on them to come. Oh, and there they come. So number 4.
What are we?
So
What are we talking about?
I didn't write down what everybody thought number 1 was. Did anybody got those? Anthony, do you got number 1 guesses?
I thought it was like a Jack Daniel's single barrel or something.
I
Number
think it's
1, I
Evan
put
Williams.
Evan
No, you did that for
W.
the second one.
I think it's Evan Williams white label.
The first one?
Yeah, number 1
Yeah.
I put Evan W.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 I put Jack. I think it's the what is it, single bond or bottled bond that you had?
Yeah.
I think that's what that one was. And then third I put Indian Creek.
I don't really. The guess on 3 is hard.
It is.
They've all been hard. For
I don't
me.
think I didn't guess on one, Austin.
You didn't get, I don't,
Ooh,
because you were sustaining.
that's interesting.
Yeah, I did. Blanton's. I said Blanton's. I know it wasn't part of that
that's
now,
right.
but I did say it was a Blanton's.
Yeah, that's right. And I was like, I don't have a Lance. I recall now. So, all right.
Hey, Austin, throw it out there real quick. on the CBX site, I saw AAA 10 for 40. Is that worth it?
Ancient Age,
Yeah, ancient.
dude, I love it. It's like a
I mean,
$25
what did they
bottle.
find-
I mean, it's $25 bottle,
Yeah.
but you can never find
I
it.
love the 10, dude. The 10 year is the best.
But would you pay 40 for it on there?
10-star.
It was it the leader?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not going to break the bank, so I probably will.
Austin,
Probably
give this
would,
give
man.
this a smell for us.
I'll start grabbing it whenever.
Yeah,
So,
dude, I like that's my favorite mixer, AA10.
Hey, Austin, why is the AA10 so highly?
They discontinued
Sought
making
after.
it, I believe.
But what is it the same mash build as?
it's part of the Buffalo Trace line, so it's same mash bill number 2. It's part of that Buffalo Trace mash bill 2 line. So, a lot of your heavy hitters come out of that. It's just a younger age statement. It's a different part of the rick house than, all the other, stags, handies. Everybody likes a good handy there, but
I'm really disappointed
Yeah.
I got hip to
so
it
it's
late
just
in the game.
part of that. Yeah.
Everybody loves a handy.
But
I mean,
your
there's no
Elmer-
doubt.
Yeah, your Elmer T, or I'm
We
sorry,
got moms
your
in
Elmer
here.
T.
So,
Lees,
whoops.
your
That was the best rated R we'll get.
your Rock Hill Farm. So all of those heavy hitters that people chase down. Ancient Age is kind of like the Buffalo Trace of mash bill number 2. So Buffalo Trace, Mellow Corn, those are the same mash bills. E.H. Taylor, Eagle Rare. Stag
So I want
Junior.
to do something interesting real fast. Just a spare of the moment thing to everybody that's listening right now. If somebody can guess one bottle that we're drinking tonight, I will get you that same bottle to you. So if you're listening to it right now and you can just guess out of the 4 or 5 bottles that we're trying today, if you can guess which one, what one of them is, I will give you the bottle of that. So as
Is that
we were
based
saying.
off our feedback we're giving them? Is that
Well,
how
I
we're
just want to
supposed
see how many
come up
people
with
are
that?
listening. Because if a lot of people are listening right now, dude, all you gotta do is just make something up. Let's whiskey. You could win a free bottle of whiskey. So, Austin, let's give a smell test on this.
I'm gonna give this one a 6 as well. It's pretty simple and pleasant. Kind of like I said, vanilla and baking spices on the other one. This one I'm gonna go with like vanilla and caramel. It's pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot going on there, I don't think. So it's not bad. It just, it's basic again. So 6. Uncle Joey.
I agree with you. I get a lot of the same smells. I like this. I'm gonna go 7 on this one. This is a pleasant smell for me. I'm excited about this.
All right, Dylan.
It is pleasant. I like that word. It's a
Yeah.
very pleasant
It
smell.
is a
I
pleasant
give that a 7 on smell. Again, I don't smell it being too harsh,
Yeah.
but you're throwing me
I
off
think-
here saying that the lowest proof is 90
Yeah.
because I don't smell
Yeah,
it
I think-
being harsh at all.
Of the 4 we've tried so far, like the first 2, I honestly liked. I think the nose better on, but I don't know that I would take those to a party and share them with everybody. The last 2 we've smelled and tasted.
I think I know.
These are ones that I would take to
Uh-oh.
a party. And I think the
I
the
feel very
general
confident that I know what this
you know,
bottle is.
group, everybody would find these approachable. So, I think these last 2 are really kind of budget ones that everybody can get behind. Anthony, what do you give this on the nose?
So now that you said it's budget, now I'm my guess.
Hey,
Like I
I
said,
haven't
I'm
even
just-
tasted it yet, Anthony.
I'm
Have
going
you
off
tasted
that
it?
just because
I
they're
did fuck up or excuse me, I did mess up and taste it, but the smell of it it smells young, but it smells weeded. I smell like a young weeded bourbon. But because he said what he said, now I'm curious because I would have bottle that I was going to guess was not going to be a cheap bottle.
I was gonna say our go-to.
It's not
But
Heaven Hill. I know Heaven
don't
Hill.
think Austin has a quality house, so
Well,
I'm not gonna say quality house.
It's not Quality House because I know Quality House way too well. It's not that. I can taste that
smell's
on
almost
anything.
there.
It's not there at all. This is much
But
more
what's your-
pleasant.
But what's your score on the nose, Anthony?
It's-
What are you giving that?
I'm gonna give it like a 5.5. It's not real it's not on the lower end, but it's a pleasant smell. I really like Uncle Joey's description by pleasant. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's also nothing poppy about it. There's nothing amazing smelling about it. It's just a clean
Nice bourbon smell.
Exactly. It's a. Do you get a weeded smell?
A little bit. I get a little. Yeah.
So it's nothing insane, but I can also see, Austin, with your comment when you said affordable, because it knocked me back, and I was like smelling it, and I'm like, after I'd already tasted it, I'm like, you know what? This sounds like an everyday sipper. My first guess would say this is a Wild Turkey.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
That's
Dude,
what I would guess.
that was about to just come off of my
I'm going to
tongue.
say
like
Wild Turkey 101 is my guess. I thought that.
Wait till you
Boom.
taste
That's what
it.
you're
It
going
is
with on that
wild
one?
turkey.
I already tasted it.
That's wild turkey.
So
on taste.
but yeah, I give that like a 5.5. But Austin, I want to hear what you're going to give it on a taste because I'm interested.
So I give this a 7 on the taste. I just, it's sweet. I said vanilla and caramel on the nose.
What's the
so
mash bill? You said you had the mash bills.
This one was a non-disclosed mash bill.
Huh.
So I don't have the mash bill for this because they did not disclose it. But this one to me is just vanilla and brown sugar. So I said vanilla and caramel on the nose. On the taste, I get vanilla and brown sugar, which is pretty close. I think that so the smell matches to the taste. But I give it a 7.
What do you
Joey?
think it is? Oh shit, he can't say it. Uncle Joey, go ahead.
I really like this.
I'll reveal my guesses at the end.
I'm gonna say this is an 8 with me. It's a pleasant taste. I like it. It's got everything I like in a bourbon.
Do you think it's a Wild Turkey?
It might be young. To me, I'm getting a Wild Turkey vibe, but we could be wrong.
I'm locked. If I could fucking put the helmet on like college football, it'd be wild turkey.
Hey, bartender, are you back there? Do we have,
got Wild
do we have
Turkey.
another one? No. Okay,
That's
we're
it.
going to do it right now.
Wait, do you want me to bring them in, all 5 in?
Do you want her to bring them in?
5?
No, that was number 4. There should be a 5th one. That was only the 4th one.
She only poured out 4 of the 5
Okay,
because she
gotcha.
wanted to throw
All
you
right.
off.
Bring them all in.
Okay, well,
Bring
So
them
go
all
ahead
in.
and
there you go.
I bet I'm
Curveball.
wondering if he's off then.
Uh-oh.
Austin, I'm going to text you.
She
I
might have
saw the
confused Austin.
Hold on.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I say if so, I have to go double check mine, but I mean, I saw
What?
the picture of 5,
My last message?
and then
Did you get his last- did you get the last message
My
she
wife
sent you?
poured 5.
He
Huh?
poured all 5.
Give us the 5th one,
I
man.
poured all 5.
Give us the 5th one. We're going to do the 5th one just so we've all had the same juice
Okay,
here.
Did he pour them in the order I sent?
Did you pour it in the order that you sent? He doesn't know.
She said yes. She said so. Four came across, and then she just poured the 5th one that wasn't listed.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. All right, so hey, everybody that's listening right now, this is one of the highest listens that we've had. So I appreciate it. It shows 7 on some, but when you go back to see where I can see it, we've hit a record tonight. I really appreciate you guys. But we're gonna do a 5th sip. I know the drinkers are upset. Damn it. Why do we gotta do another sip? Right,
Where's our
Austin?
fans telling us to go to AA at?
Yeah, where are you guys? Yeah, we've been getting a lot of comments this week. Uncle Joey.
Well,
Yes.
We've
So-
been saying that we got to go to AA, and if anybody doesn't know this, I want to introduce you to the 2 biggest trolls in the whole world, me and Dylan.
so hold
go
on.
ahead.
So Anthony said this week we've been getting a lot of AA comments. No, these comments came probably
I'm just now seeing them.
probably 16, 17 weeks ago. I'm just going back and getting on them and being like, hey, how are you doing? I hope
So
you're doing
I'll
well.
see that he just commented back and to keep them going.
Like, I'll comment something like, hey, hope you're having a blessed day. And they'll be like, have you gone
One
to AA
of them
yet?
said that if Austin would put his knowledge towards other things, that he would be a millionaire. I'm like, how the fuck you?
And then said, go to AA.
He could go to AA. So I was like, well, obviously Austin has the brains of the podcast. So
I mean, I might not be a millionaire, but to that listener, I'm doing okay. And
hey, we've been to your
when I'm
house.
sitting here sitting with you guys.
Yeah. We all love. Hey, by the way, Uncle Joe, you love the trolls, don't you, brother?
Oh,
Come on, let's have it.
love trolls.
Give us the trolls. We're fine with
Tyler,
it.
I don't know who you are, bud, but you don't troll like we do.
You don't troll like us, bud.
He said they are.
This is a very copper. This is the darkest one we've had so far,
Wow. Ooh.
color wise. That's dark, boys.
I had it like
Man,
that
that's
the whole time.
a
I was like-
hunk of bourbon,
Austin,
too.
give that a smell right now. Let's go, because this is something I have. Look at that color.
All right, so I'm not 5 for 5. Just by smelling this one, I know I'm not 5 for 5 because I know exactly what one this is because we've ranted about this one before, Anthony.
I get butterscotch.
Ooh. Hey, I'm not even gonna taste it yet. I'm gonna say WW or WR. I'm going WR.
I give this a 4. I know
Mr.
exactly
Woody.
what one this is. It kind of screws me because I thought I knew which one this one was earlier, and I thought it was.
I'm
a little
scared to
bit more
give my
pleasant
rating because I'm trying to get there for us for a podcast.
Yeah. All right, so I give it a 4. Uncle Joey, what are you giving this?
Ooh, that doesn't have a. It's a
I don't like
5. I'll give that nose a 5.
All right.
Kind of weak to me. It smells.
This is the first one that's puckered my nose.
I
I'm
got
going-
a little butterscotch when I first put my nose in there.
Uh-huh.
I got a hint of butterscotch, but I don't really get that now.
So 0 to 10, you said
5. 5.
Okay, Dylan.
I'm going 3. That puckered my nose a little bit.
So I'm gonna go 3.5, and I already
Yeah.
think I know what it is. I think it's Castle and Key.
Ooh.
That's what I'm thinking.
That restoration?
Yeah, that white labeled restoration.
No, I
bottle.
didn't like that at all. Let me find out.
I'm
Oh, wait,
going Woodford.
Well, Austin, go ahead.
Did I miss Dylan and Anthony's taste scores for the last one?
I went 7.5 on taste, and Anthony, I believe, went 8.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, I thought it was very
Okay.
pleasant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like the smell and taste of number 4 the most. And from what we've talked about in the past, how can you beat a wild turkey?
I think that's a rough.
This is
All right.
rough.
So I give this taste wise, I give it a 6.
Man, I have to stick with
Tasting it.
Castle and Key on this, which I hate to do it to them. I know we're trying to get in there. I've had you guys before, and
No,
I've
I
enjoyed it. But this is when Austin said this is one of the, in my opinion, I felt like you were saying a disappointment. So, and I had already tried it, and that's what I thought when I tried it. So I feel like I believe Austin and I did a review on Castle and Key one night, and it's kind of I'm just.
But I
disappointed.
was positive on them, Anthony.
I know you were. That's
I
what was.
enjoyed
That was a
them.
little weird on my end.
Like,
So what do you give
yeah,
taste?
like-
I give it like a 6.5. I think it tastes better than it
Okay.
smells.
I
I think that like it's a if it's something that I would smell, I'd probably put it back down. But flavor wise, it did live up to its, like hype, which is Castle and Key in my mind. So in my mind, I feel it's Castle and Key. So, which it's probably not, but that's a dark colored whiskey, right?
I'm gonna double down on my smell here, and I'm only going to give it a 4 on the taste. When I took a sip, it did the same exact thing to me, and
Okay,
not
so
pleasant.
Steph's actually going to start bringing bottles in order of what we did.
What do you got, Uncle Joey? Real quick
I'm
on
gonna
taste.
go 4. I'm not a big fan of this taste. It's got something in it that I don't.
All right.
It's not bad,
Is this so?
but I just don't care for
Let's
it.
not do the order. Just bring all 5 in, and we have to guess what they were.
Let's do that. Set them right up.
Not
there,
in
baby.
the order. Not in the right
I'm
order.
going to let you guys see it.
Let me rip up when she brings them in. Let me rip off my guesses real quick.
Okay.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
do that. When you bring them in, Austin's going to guess them. Guess which order. All right, baby.
So
Yeah.
Number
No.
These are random.
Again,
They're random.
Oh, there is C and K on there, boys.
Buffalo Trace.
Let's see if I'm right on that.
So listen.
Oh,
Oh, you brought out a
she has with the B4.
In my opinion, number 2 was that Castle and Key.
Okay,
Restoration.
Austin, go ahead. Austin, go ahead. In order. Hey, Stephanie, put them in Austin's order.
Okay.
So I believe the first one was KC12.
Knob Creek.
Castle Key.
Knob Creek 12.
Okay,
Knob
sorry.
Creek
Knob
12.
Creek 12.
I agree with that one.
I think
The dark berries, everything like that. Uncle Joey, you said leathery. I was like, that's got to be the Knob Creek 12 because that one is one of my favorites.
That's a store pick, too, on our end.
Oh, nice. The second one, it was the only one. I saw the mash bills on top. It's the only one I got rye on, so I went Castle and Key rye on that one.
Really?
The third one.
Interesting that we
So
both had Castle and Key in there.
Got this one.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't know what's on there, Austin.
So the third one
It's Buffalo Trace.
I thought was Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel all the way up until we tried the fifth one. The second I tried the fifth one, I knew it was Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, and I despise it. It is my overhyped bottle pick of the century. 3 and 4, I have no idea.
Okay, I'm going to put,
Because-
sorry, Austin, go ahead. I'm stoked right now.
I put number 4 as the B4. And then
Okay.
that only leaves me to put Buffalo Trace because I originally thought 3 was Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. So I've got to leave 3 as Buffalo Trace because I know without a doubt the fifth one is Toasted Barrel because
Okay.
the second I smelled it, it infuriated me.
Austin, do me a favor. I'm going to put it in order that I think it is now that I see it. Can you write
All right.
this down for us? Okay, so I'm going to go
Yep.
Elijah Craig 1, Knob Creek 2.
Going this way.
Yep. Knob Creek 2, B4 third, Buffalo Trace 4, and Castle and Key is going to be the fifth one for me. Okay, Uncle
I'm good on mine.
Uncle Joey. Yeah, but you got to read it off to him so he can write it down.
Oh,
So what do you think in order, Uncle Joey?
I think Knob Creek 12 is number 1. Castle and Key is number 2.
You're putting it in order?
I'm rearranging it as
Buffalo
as is.
Trace is 3.
Okay.
And is that Freedom Sticks? Is that what that is? Number 4?
Yes. Yes.
And then
Yeah.
5 is Toasted.
Okay. All right, Dylan, real quick.
I'm going Knob Creek 1, Elijah Craig 2, B4 is 3, Buffalo Trace is 4, and Castle and Key is 5.
Okay, babe, put them in order. Yep.
Did anybody get them right?
Did anybody get them right that you heard?
I think Uncle Joey just said it right.
Uncle Joey might have said it right.
I'm pretty
Did
sure.
Uncle Joe get it?
No.
No, Austin.
I had Buffalo
Austin, wait a
Trace.
minute, buddy.
I had Buffalo
I didn't
Trace
get it.
3rd.
He didn't have it right because he didn't have these.
I had
Okay.
Buffalo
No, I had 3 and 4.
I had
first.
those two
Castle
wrong.
and EC wrong.
All right, let's go through it one more time. Austin, what did you say?
I said KC12, which is correct. I did Castle and Key, which is correct. Then I did Elijah. I changed it at the end because initially I had Elijah Craig 3rd, but I changed that to 5th, which is right. I
You were
put
close.
Buffalo Trace 3rd and B4 4.
You were
So
close.
I got 3 and 4 backwards.
Okay, Uncle Joey, what was your pick?
He
Knob,
had KC12.
Not great. Yep.
then I had Castle and Key. I had
You did the
Buffalo
same thing as
Trace.
I did.
Yeah, I switched those 2. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Toasted.
Uncle Joey did the exact same
I
thing.
was so
did.
close as well.
Yeah.
Dylan, what'd you have, buddy?
I went Knob Creek, Elijah Craig, B4, Buffalo Trace, Castle.
Castle and Key has a
Yeah,
Very
he
very
flipped
we were on
2
the
and
same.
5.
Castle and Key is the most distinct. Now that I see the bottle, if
Okay, so
if those
quick.
bottles would have been up there,
Yeah.
I'd have picked that out.
So
immediately.
what was our Knob Creek rating?
That's my favorite.
5 for smell
So
and
here-
9
No,
on
hold on.
taste.
I
Let's
want to
do
know
it.
a total rating for Knob Creek 12.
Yeah.
Mine was 12.
Do you want to do that or you want to do last? Do you want to know which one?
Whatever you think, Austin.
All right. So the one with the lowest combined score was Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel with 36. Again, most overhyped bottle ever. Holds up to
It's
my
a good one,
favorite.
yeah.
The second place bottle was Castle and Key Restoration Rye
With a
with
total
a 45.5.
45.
45.5. And third place was the B4 with a 50.5.
Ooh.
Hey, I think we're up there with some
Second
good
place?
dogs
Hold
now.
on. Hold on.
I mean, and second place was Buffalo Trace with a 56.
That's always a good bottle,
First place?
man.
Oh, dude, it's I mean, right there. It's always when you take the party. Nobody.
When I told Big Mike, he's like, "What's the hardest bottle to get? That's like easy some places with a good price." I'm like, it's hard to get Buffalo Trace in Ohio, and it's really, really good, and it's not that expensive.
Right.
It's just a really good bottle.
And KC12 took it home with a rating of 62.
So okay, so in order, you got KC12 with the top rating, and then your guys's with the next top rating with 50.
Well, no, Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
Buffalo Trace.
So Knob
Then
Creek,
us.
Buffalo Trace, or Knob Creek, Buffalo Trace in your B4. You guys
Yep.
held up against
Castle
Elijah
and
Craig,
Key
Toast,
and
and
Elijah
Kaiser
Craig.
Key. Congratulations, boys. That's awesome. That's awesome. Anybody that's tuning in right now, Dylan and Austin both own they're part of a whiskey company called Freedom Sticks Whiskey, which is in the middle of getting out on the shelves right now. So, and they split the deck tonight. So with third place, that's awesome.
Way to go, fellas.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, Uncle Joey and I, all four of us have tasted Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, and we've all enjoyed it. Right?
Yeah.
You guys scored higher than Toasted Barrel for all of us, so that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
So I think that too, to the point, Elijah Craig finished dead last and KC finished in first. Those are both roughly $65, $70 bottles.
Yeah.
So, people, when you're out there, looking for a bottle you haven't tried before, don't just assume that because it's $70, it's good.
And trust
you
the
could
Knob
hit
Creek
it out of
line.
the park and get something like
Trust
a KC12, but you could also make a huge mistake and get something like Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel.
Let me ask you this, guys. I mean, if you go into a liquor store right now and you're not a whiskey guy, I got a friend of mine, actually, you fell off on Facebook.
I'm coming back.
So here's an interesting thing to me. Is there's a guy that I play Xbox with. He's from California. Shout out if he's listening to this, which I know he will because he loves
Shout
the
out,
podcast.
no free shout out.
But he is nameless on Xbox is his name, but his name is Gilbert. He's a pretty cool cat. He's not a whiskey drinker, but enjoys our podcast. I think it's safe to say, boys, if you're not a whiskey drinker and you want to start out, Knob Creek line. Start with the Knob Creek line. What can you get where you're at that's Knob Creek? Because I think all of Knob Creek's products would probably be up there in order if we did blind tastings, because I think all of their product is good.
And
I
you're
don't
right
know
on
what you
that,
guys
Anthony.
think.
And you can vouch for this. When I started out drinking whiskey, it was rough. Like, every week, my palate changed so much that Anthony would give me something. He was like, "Oh, you rated this a 2 last week. Now you're saying it's
And now
a
you like
20.
it. Yeah.
Like,
I think Knob Creek was one of those for you.
it's crazy. But saying that, there are two that have stuck with me that I will not ever change my mind on. One is Quality House. Anthony got me hooked on it.
You're welcome.
2, Weller Special Reserve. It is hard. It is a little harder to get, but if you do, it's very, very consistent.
It's not very expensive
What
if you can get that price.
If you buy a Weller Special Reserve, you're going to know the taste from
Yeah.
the first one to the last one you get.
Hey, there's one right there he's showing off. That's a fantastic bottle. Uncle
What is
Joey
it?
and I would beg to differ. I think that him and I would be able. We're not. Uncle Joey and I are not big fans of the Green Label Weller. I would rather go get a Four Roses personally.
Yes, me too.
And here's where I'm getting at, Dylan. Here's kind of what my thought is. Once again, like first off, Dylan can suck down Special Reserve Wellers like it's juice. He loves it. And so if you've never had it, and you can find a bottle. Definitely get it. It's still a drinkable bottle, but I think when it comes down to a whiskey company that comes out with a lot of good product that's available, it's Knob Creek. That's what I was getting at. You cannot go wrong with Knob Creek. It's an everyday bottle that you can pick up, and their cheapest bottles, they're single barrel. That's what label? What color is that label? Nobody knows.
What is it?
Oh, it's right in front of me. It's just black and gold, I believe.
That's what.
Yeah, it's right in front of me. It's just black.
If you
and
can
gold.
get a hold of the Knob Creek, that's what took it home tonight. I mean, their 12-year is really good, but their other lower end
Yeah,
product.
12
is
years
really
hard
good.
to find. You're not going to go find a 12.
Right.
Yeah, you're not finding
Yeah,
Knob
well,
12 just sitting
But
on
I
the
think
shelf.
Knob Creek would score high on all of their products.
Probably.
Yeah, but I'll be honest. I'm gonna make this statement. I don't necessarily think a entry level bourbon drinker is a Knob Creek is something that
Dylan liked it
Oh,
right
yeah.
off the rip.
it's more of a
Yeah, but
oaky and charry.
That's a
and-
$36. That's a $36 bottle too. Knob Creek is so. That's
Yeah.
if I'm going entry level.
That's true.
Level. I mean, I'm not pointing somebody anywhere over $25.
No. I'm saying as far as the palate, what the flavors that are in it, they're bold flavors.
Austin, I'm going to hit you with one. Sorry to cut you up.
No, you're
Jason.
good. You're good.
You want to say price on an entry level bottle? You guys all told me this was an entry level bottle. And what's the price on this bad boy?
Basil Hayden's expensive.
Hazel Hayden.
$40.
That's not
Yep.
a cheap bottle.
No, Basil
But-
Hayden's very entry level.
But it's a $40 bottle.
Absolutely.
That would be one that somebody's tried a couple entry levels that I would point to.
But that's
kind of like I treat it the same way.
You
Knob
loved
Creek.
it, Dylan.
But
But here's the thing. Let me say this about Basil Hayden. It is very entry level, but it is also from someone who still enjoys bourbon. That's a good bottle.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just,
for sure.
in my opinion, the proof point is where we all lack a little bit.
So here,
It comes in at 80, and I think we
Right.
all would wish if it came in at 90. I think we would all agree that we would like
but
that
Uncle
bottle
Joey,
a little
you're
bit
very
better.
strong on that opinion too, because if you give Uncle Joey something that's under 90, he's going to know it, and he's not going to like it as much. It's like that
I'm with
every
you
time.
there.
I would
Austin,
prefer.
you
I'm-
seem
yeah.
like a guy that likes a hot bourbon too. I mean,
Oh, 105 to 115. That is typically my sweet spot.
I think
for
Dylan and I also like a hot bourbon. Flavor's right, but him and I typically like something between, I would say, 80 and 100.
you say that, but
Right.
do you forget what's over here sitting
No,
on
I
my
said
shelf?
typically.
Typically, yes.
Typically, you and I like
Jack Daniels.
something a little on the lower side. Although we've had what's the one that we had that was pretty hot? That was a Knob Creek barrel
Oh,
proof.
Larceny barrel proof.
I mean, that's hot. We really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
That's an exceptional
Larceny's
bottle
good
right
though.
there.
Their
Larceny,
barrel proofs are fantastic.
it blows me away that
So we had somebody message us on Facebook.
how good the barrel proof Larceny is compared to just a
What are the
regular
hardest
Larceny.
bottles to get? I guess that's an easy answer.
Anything,
Elijah Craig.
anything by Buffalo Trace.
Anything by Buffalo Trace, including Buffalo Trace, Sazerac Rye. Like Saz right now, you can't get in the store, but you can go there and get it every day right now.
Saz was just on the shelf the other day.
Today. It was there today. Uncle
Nice,
Joey. Yeah.
nice.
But, anything that's Buffalo Trace is going to be difficult to get, including Buffalo Trace. It's not hard if you live in Kentucky because you can get close to Buffalo Trace because they have it every day.
Right.
But that is a hard bottle to get foremost. There's going to be
Some Knob Creeks.
I think Austin even got a couple rare bottles. You got that Christmas bottle from, what's that Christmas?
Smoke wagon.
Smoke Wagon's another one.
Are you talking about the Winter Dram or whatever?
Heaven Hill.
Oh, yeah. Midnight
Uncle
Winter
Joey,
Dram.
what's that Heaven Hill bottle, the blue and white label? The bottle and bond, right?
Heaven Hill
Bottle and Bond?
yeah.
That's another one. If you can find it, you get. That's hard to get.
We got one right
Hey,
here.
that early times bottled in bond.
That white
that's
one.
elusive.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
blue and
It's
gold
become
one,
hard.
that's elusive.
So the question was interesting. You were asking what was really hard to get. But like even with that Heaven Hill bottled in bond, you can go get Evan Williams bottled in bond, and it's really good.
Right.
Like,
Agreed.
So
agreed.
a lot of people are
We
hung up
scored it
on.
higher. We did that taste
We
test.
did. I think you and I did it actually.
Listen, I need to bring over that old granddad bottled in bond. I actually really like it, man.
Didn't you ended up doing the home? What was it? The homeless man's 4 grain.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
The
Those are two relatively easy
Weller
bottles to
Special
get.
Reserve and Old GD 114.
Dude, it was
well,
good.
hey guys,
I'll bring it over.
we're not even talking about something that we all hit on.
We're just off
high
the
on.
walls right now.
Austin,
wall.
you said Buffalo Trace scored second, right?
Yep.
And 3 out of the 4 of us, which you already knew what they were We said it was Wild Turkey.
We did.
You can
Yeah.
find that on any shelf
I was
every
sold.
single day.
Wild Turkey's good.
Yep.
And we just did
Well,
the.
good.
If you haven't listened to 2 episodes or 3 episodes,
Oh, I
yet
have.
now.
I have.
No, I'm
But-
talking about our listeners.
Right.
Dylan, chill out.
Chill out.
Well, I wasn't here for that one, so it looked like you
So-
were directing it
So,
to me.
He is a
go
listener.
back. No, to the listeners. If you want to know what we think about Wild Turkey, what was it the other night? We did Wild Turkey and what, guys?
Old Forster.
Old Forster.
Wild Turkey
Yep,
runs
they're
the
100%.
show.
So that's a good bottle you guys can get. Other than Rare Breed, I mean, that's going to smoke that out the water. I mean, Rare Breed's really good,
Rare breed is
and it's so
good.
hard to get.
Yeah.
Right now it's not. It's available.
It was hard to get.
It was
No,
hard to
dude,
get for a
it-
while,
I-
but it's on shelves now.
I didn't see it for the year, and I
The
really
rare
wanted,
breed rye is still
Uncle Joey
Hit
got a
and
free
miss.
bottle from me.
yes, Austin.
God, I'm a
Nice
nice
guy.
guy.
Wilmington
Nice.
is this rare breed rye still in Wilmington? Is that where we're going?
Is there any other comments?
that
before
one
we
was
end
sold
it?
out.
No?
I went back
What'd you say?
earlier this week, and it was actually
I'm
gone.
Okay,
keeping
all
up
right.
on comments.
Because I gotta get a bottle of that.
Yep.
So, is there anything else
no, yeah,
that
the
you guys
Rare
wanted
Breed
to hit on tonight?
No, it was a great one. I'm kind of surprised by what was in the lineup. It was a strong, solid lineup, man.
She hit us with a fucking curveball with that B4.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's a fucking curveball.
She threw some freedom sticks.
and you know what's
Brandon
fucked up?
Spangler, what up, dude?
You know what's fucked up about
We're
that
gonna
one?
go through the comments real fast. Can we do that real fast? Can
Yeah,
we
go ahead.
shift? So we got
All of our moms
Tyler-
were in there, basically.
Hey, mamas. So
Mom.
Tyler Schaefer said Knob Creek, if all you drink is lattes.
I hit him with that. I hit him back with a comment, and I told him I was 100% a latte only guy, and things changed.
Hey, the knob's good,
It
man.
changed.
All right, Valerie, listen them out. We can't see. Listen them out. Okay. Brandon Spangler. So Brandon Spangler, him and I go back. He was in our football league.
Mm-hmm.
He did a good job, actually.
Yes, he did.
That guy sang a song on vacation when I first met him in, I think it was Virginia Beach or something like that. I was drunk the whole time. But he
couldn't
sang a
tell.
Jelly Roll song and really killed it. This dude, got so many listens on Facebook and YouTube and all that. Shout out to Brandon. But he witnessed this fat boy win a dance contest. He did. So shout out to Brandon.
You have Miss Smith. You have
Tyler wants to know what our longest Facebook jail sentence was. Well,
Tyler. I had to create a new account, bud.
yeah, we had American Whiskey's been in trouble a few times. All right, let's see.
If you search
Allegedly.
if you search my
Everyone's
name,
black.
I have two.
What was over here? We have people guessing. No one got it so far.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We had Old Forester 1910.
Oliver Dillard. I don't know what that.
Yeah, I don't know what that was either. But
Shout
hey,
out, bro.
hey, shout out,
Shout out,
Oliver.
bro.
Shout out, Ollie.
That's
we
the
don't
guy-
know who you are.
No,
You're trying
that's
to
the
throw
guy
some
from
shame.
that's the guy from the Marine Corps.
Was that? He's in the Marines. Shout out to that guy. All right. So anything
you,
else,
sir.
you guys? We ran through the
So,
comments.
Nope,
Anything
we're
else?
good.
question for
Awesome.
all of you.
Yeah.
Do you know why they call it sour mashing?
Uncle Joe, you know all things.
Do they put a gusher in it?
No, I do not. Honestly, I've been enough distillery tours. I probably should know this, but I do not.
Awesome. I think I know.
So,
What
what do you got to say?
So first off, let me ask you a question.
Let me ask you
Why
something.
are you assuming I don't know what a sour mash is?
I'm just asking if anyone does.
I'm just asking.
And I've got a
When
little
I said I
factoid about
knew, you kind of gave it a funny look. Like, how would I know that?
Let's hear it.
Yeah,
No,
my internet.
I hope you do know, and I hope you can tie it in the way I hope you will.
Oh, you put me.
He put you on the spot, bud.
Well, first off, a sour mash is a specific process. You can't have a sour mash without, the residue previous to distilling. Correct? Oh no, my internet's freezing up. I was trying to read it offline, Austin. I'm trying to cheat and it's freezing up on me. Just go ahead and tell us what. Everybody knows. Anthony doesn't know what a sour mash is.
So,
tastes
do you-
good.
Austin,
do you know
like,
how they
look,
make sourdough bread?
Austin fixed his headphones. He's like, wait a minute, Anthony knows something. Hold on,
I'm reading myself. It's
hold on,
they use
Uncle
them-
Joey, hold
Do
on.
you know how to make
Austin, break it down.
bread?
Go ahead. Talk to
You
us
know how to
about
make
what sour
sourdough
mash.
bread?
I do.
So basically, you start your,
Dylan
your
doesn't.
sourdough with a base, and you let it grow, and you keep pulling a bit of it off, and you keep making sourdough. Once you have your base, you just let it keep growing, and you keep pulling, it keeps growing. The sour mash is a similar process. So this kind of goes back to a previous call we had. We did a review. Dr. James C. Crow actually invented the sour mash process back in 1823 at what is now known as the Woodford Reserve Distillery. The process, basically you take the spent mash.
That's a guy.
From one distillation, you add it into a new mash. It's very similar to making sourdough bread. You reuse a portion of your live yeast strand into the next batch and distillery process. They do this because they want the flavor profiles to carry over from batch to batch to batch to make it as consistent as possible of a product. So your Woodford's, your Wild Turkey 101s, your Buffalo Traces, those are sour mashes because they don't want that flavor to change.
What was that?
It's just
piece of paper.
Sorry, Austin. There we got immature people.
I just tried to scare the shit out of Anthony.
You scared him both.
Like,
So, Austin, I have a quick question that just came in. What is the hardest process for a whiskey? Is it bottled and bond or rye? I think that the question is, what's the hardest group to be in? I guess.
I mean,
Is it
technically, the hardest group band would be Tennessee whiskey because you got to be in Tennessee to make it. If you ain't there, you can't be in the
Because
group.
if you don't know
they've
whiskey,
never seen Ohio whiskey.
well, listen, Tennessee whiskey is a bourbon. It absolutely is a bourbon. But it's the Tennessee whiskey. You go to Tennessee and say you got a Tennessee bourbon, they're going to be pissed. Like, straight up be pissed.
Anthony, can
So,
we
I
test
mean-
this?
Huh?
Can we test this?
I would say like malted.
We're trolls.
Of course.
You can go to Tennessee and call it Tennessee bourbon.
We can do it. We can try it.
Hey, we have a GoPro.
Let's go, man. Hey, we're going to make this. Dylan and I are going to make, and we'll pull Austin in on this, but Uncle Joey, he's
Austin,
a
you
little
in?
iffy about taking
I'll
days
get-
off.
I'll get you guys out of jail once you get beat up.
Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Bourbon.
All right, guys. As always, we're going to do it now.
Yes, sir.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Uncle Joey.
I'm Dylan.
Austin.
And we are American Whiskey, baby.
Recording stopped.
I'm learning how to actually.
But Austin, you're